of these kind of videos. Now, let's get started.
Yeah,
Kicking
right.
off today's episode
22 million views in 1 month, dog. No, YouTube definitely is a fan. I don't think this guy's a real Fed, by the way.
is this rather hilarious but sad video of two cops in Rochester, Minnesota, approaching a South Sudanese man claiming he looked like a suspect they have been searching for.
Yeah, it turns out this guy wasn't actually a Fed. I remember, dude, I think I'm gonna know all of these stories because I love these.
But they were unaware of what fate had in store for them, and the situation took a sudden 180 when they realized the man was an undercover FBI agent. Let's take a look at how the complete situation unfolded.
Your racial profile.
Yeah, I watched a lot of these when they were just news, exactly. Like when they weren't in a compy, but when they were just straight up news. Yeah, he wasn't like a full-blown agent. I forget what his he definitely wasn't like a full-blown agent, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're assuming I'm someone that I'm not. Get out of my face, man.
He cooks them though.
Yes, you guys are. You're f***ing harassing me. Yes, you are. No. He's harassing me. Why are you harassing me? You're assuming I'm someone I'm not.
Okay, if you're not, then
No.
you're not free to go. Okay.
Am I being detained?
Yeah, you are.
For what?
Because I think you have a warrant.
You think?
Yeah.
That's an illusion. That's an illusion. You
All right,
think?
well, all right. Stand up with your hands behind.
I'm not. Yes. For what? I don't have a warrant. You're very wrong.
Let me get this straight. So, our two wise cops here think that the guy is a suspect because he just happens to look like someone who committed a crime. A hunch, you could say. Not to mention the fact that the guy seemed pretty confident that the cops had him wrong and went even a step further, accusing the overzealous cops of racially profiling him. What makes it even
That's so funny because he's like, the cop very openly is like, no, you're black. I think you have a warrant. Okay, dude.
more shocking is that these dum-dums also believe that that's enough to detain him. Don't these guys know anything about the law? Remember, the law requires cops to have reasonable suspicion that someone has committed a crime.
Excuse me, it's called being black, okay? That's reasonable suspicion, I'm pretty sure.
Oh look, what do we have here? Must be based on more than a hunch. What this means is anything these cops did from here on
Excuse
was
me, it's more than a hunch. He's black. You can see his skin color on the video. There is no suspicion that he is black. We know it. The fuck do you mean?
way beyond legal and was unconstitutional.
I don't have a warrant. You're very wrong. No, you are wrong. What do you mean if you're wrong? You're wrong. You're wrong.
All right, this is the second time I'm hearing this from the officer. If I am wrong, I am wrong? Think about it. It's one frightening statement that's both unprofessional and dangerous at the same time. If officers start throwing such excuses and logic in situations like these, you can only imagine what they would do if the stakes were high. This could easily turn out to be a nightmare for someone, if you ask me.
I didn't do nothing.
I remember that one too.
For what?
Oh my God. I've watched so many police brutality and false arrest videos and have covered it so much throughout my career. I remember that specific one too.
For what?
That's not a Fed though, that's a different one.
For what? I'm under arrest for what? No. If you got the wrong guy, I'm suing all of you guys. Let me get your car. Can I get your car? Can I get your car? Okay. I'm not standing up. Listen, I'm not under arrest. I don't have a warrant. I don't have anything.
Unfortunately for the cops, the encounter was filmed on a cell phone camera, and we can see how the man repeatedly kept calling them out on their mistake and pointed out that they didn't have a warrant to arrest him. Something these cops should have known already, but
Correction. The verdict of this case of this check has been updated to remove the term wrongfully. The man in the video was briefly detained by the police in a case of mistaken identity. A video going viral on social media. The video dates from 2019. The man in the video is not an FBI agent. Examples of social media posts can be seen here. Post video features a black man wearing a red t-shirt getting handcuffed by white police officers. Various posts on social media concluded the man was secretly an FBI agent. However, Rochester Police Department confirmed to Reuters via email that contrary to social media rumors, the individual was not a FBI agent. During the brief detention, identification was located showing that he was not the individual officers knew had a warrant. The individual was immediately released. By the way, that's the funniest part. They're like, yeah, he was not an FBI agent. Okay. You still fucking falsely detained him and arrested him. That doesn't change the dynamic of the story at all, dumbass. Just for the record, I hope people understand. Like, I'm just clarifying that he was, I remember reading about how he was not an agent. I never said that it is like appropriate for them to detain him. confirmed an Instagram comment that claimed the man was an undercover FBI agent was a rumor that started on Twitter. I think he was still like, I don't think he was FBI. I think he had like, I think he had some kind of law enforcement background though. I don't think he's FBI.
Then, things quickly escalated when one of the officers tried to grab him.
Hey, yo! Hey! Hey, officer, listen. No. Go ahead. Matter of fact, look at my ID. He got the wrong guy, I'm telling you.
Several voices can be heard in the background, and it seems like they know the man and are telling the officers that they made a big mistake and they got the wrong guy.
You guys do got the wrong guy. You guys are fucking stupid.
That's not you.
You guys are racial profile thinking I'm somebody. Take some
sir.
cuffs off. You guys really had nothing else to go to college for but be a cop and harass me? To assume I'm somebody I'm not? My ID's in my back pocket.
After the arrest, thinking it was a run-of-the-mill situation, this officer finally decided to follow up on the guy's request to check his ID.
Watch how funny this is.
Little does he know, he's in for a shock.
Oh, what does that say? What does that say? Oh!
Wrong guy.
Oh!
Wrong guy.
Oh my God!
Turns out, the person in cuffs is not just any suspect. No, it's an FBI agent, right here in the middle of a local law enforcement activity, and these cops are in big trouble.
He was not FBI, but I forget what it is. I mean, they don't mention it in the Reuters report, but I remember seeing something like he is a. He is like some kind of law enforcement, I think.
You can only imagine the cop's expression, utter shock. It's not every day you arrest someone, and they flash an FBI badge in your face. Just notice how this arrogant cop shifts from constantly establishing direct eye contact with the supposed suspect to avoiding any eye contact entirely after inspecting the ID.
No, get the off me, dude. Get off me, dude.
Bro, you up.
Matter of fact, I need our cards. I need your supervisor over here. Call your supervisor. Call your supervisor.
The agent goes on to reasonably explain the whole situation to the supervisor, who clearly looks uneasy at this point and is desperately looking for the nearest exit.
Sir, can you please come here? Are you the supervisor? These guys are racist profiling me. They assume I'm someone that I'm not. I told them I'm not who they think I am. And they said, nope, you are. I'm positive you are.
But as soon as the agent demands their IDs, he showed his true colors.
I need their cards. I need your card. I need your card. I need your supervisor. This is. No. Yes, I request your supervisor. Why is that?
Bro, that was fucked up.
You guys work with us. You guys supposed to be.
No, they serve the people.
Yes, I'm the people. You guys serve us. So
That's because they're corrupt as
I would like.
fuck.
Come on, baby. Come on. Okay, I would like your card as well. Yep. And I'm gonna follow the report on you, and you.
Instead of owning up to his men.
I don't know if he's an EMT, because what the fuck kind of car would you have? They don't give a shit. They'll fucking beat the shit out of EMTs.
Mistake, as he should have.
I don't
the
know what it
supervisor
is.
chose to defend their actions, giving flimsy reasons for the whole screw-up. Get them in, Sarge, will you? But seeing he had no choice but to obey.
If one more person sends the same goddamn fact check article, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I know that he's not FBI. Oh my God. The video's wrong. But yeah, I don't think it was an EMT thing, because if it was a fucking EMT thing, it wouldn't matter. Cops will arrest the shit out of EMTs.
The agent's demand, the IDs came out. First the supervisor, and then the two geniuses who started this whole fiasco.
Is that how you guys work nowadays? You assume someone is someone, and that's it.
Why are you still watching a video with clear lines in them? Wait, what? Brother, this video has 22 million views. I'm the one who's literally clarifying the actual incorrect information in it. And ultimately, it's still a case of a fucking false detainment. Are you that fucking desperate to defend cops? Like, what the fuck? Also, the other ones are federal agents, including this this famous one. I think it was either ATF that they fucking literally beat the shit out of too.
That's all you guys need? Yeah? Oh my God, what is American game?
Guilty and cocky. It's a hell of a dangerous combination, folks.
You do lie sometimes, though? No, I don't. And I don't lie at the top of the hour either. I tell you exactly what's going to happen. I tell you that there's a 3-minute ad break coming. Don't try to fucking bait me like that, okay? Yeah, at the top of the hour, there's a 3-minute ad break, and that is not a lie. Unless you're a 35-month subscriber and you literally, yeah, see? Okay, dude. Well, you can't catch me. I'm faster than you. I'm literally fucking faster than you. Exactly. Now, of course, you might think that that's a lie, that there's a 3-minute ad break at the top of the hour if you are subscribed, because you never see the ads. So in your mind, you're like, what? There's no 3-minute ad break. Except there is. At the top of the hour, there is a 3-minute ad break. So if you want to be like those who do not see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe. Or get gifted a sub by the likes of Winter Rose 96. Thank you for the 5 community gift subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here's the Cerveza Cristal 3-minute ad break now.
Cops like these who sully the good name of the entire law enforcement agencies. Instead of admitting his fault, which he should have rightfully done, all we see here is a man who doesn't have an ounce of regret. Shame on you, officer. But then again, what can we expect when you're led by such supervisors?
I will make a complaint on all 3 of you guys.
That's fine.
Do your job better.
So if he wants to make a complaint, you go make it.
I will make a complaint.
All right.
See what I'm talking about? All I can say is that the entire event was nothing but a poor show of unprofessionalism and a lack of A, B, and C's of basic law knowledge shown by these foolish cops. As far as silver linings go, at least no one got harmed in this case, which is more than I can say for this FBI agent here.
You run your body cam?
I am now, because
The friend who posted the video said the man is a paramedic.
I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hasan. The FBI.
Okay.
You got
This
that
one's
on body
awesome.
I do, but I don't understand what the problem is with you meet me at the office.
Cam? I'll talk to the U.S. Attorney's Office about it. You can cut off the recording device now.
Okay. Well, I will when I leave the area, sir.
You might question why this FBI agent is asking the officer to cut off the recording device. Something doesn't add up here. Red flags for the FBI agent, right? Well, the answer is our Special Agent Hatton was actually investigating police corruption in the Franklin County Police Department. And as a part of this undercover operation, he asked the officer in the video, Mr. Rolf Gordon, to meet him at a random parking lot, perhaps to ask some questions related to the case. However, the officer didn't like the fact that the agent called his personal phone number instead of taking things through his office and grew skeptical of him despite the agent's disclosure of his credentials.
Hey, TJ, this guy is telling me to turn my body camera off and telling me he's going to contact other people to get involved with this.
U.S. Attorney Office.
Let me get his tag number real quick. He's got a radio and he's got credentials. Franklin, does that come back to any government agency?
It just says Visa's Advanced Wiring Company.
Do you work for a
Doesn't
wiring
say anything
company?
Further.
It's a covert mission.
Did he
He's
seriously
so
think it
dumb. That's awesome. Yo, he's just blowing the lid, dude. Oh, that's so funny. Advanced Wiring Company doesn't sound like, wait a minute, who does wires again? Let's not think about this any further from the man who showed me his fucking full FBI badge. Yes. Yes. Oh, that's so fucking awesome.
would? Of course, it's a covert vehicle. What kind of undercover FBI agent would drive in an FBI registered vehicle?
I do feel like I'm being detained. Am I being detained?
Am I being detained? You're the one who called me here, sir. How did you get my phone number?
I can't give that information.
That's a pretty dumb thing to ask from an FBI agent. Hey, if an FBI agent is investigating you, rest assured he knows your number, your address, your affairs, your wife's affairs. Hell, he might even know your breakfast, lunch, and dinner patterns.
Okay, no, they don't. No. Oh, God, this video is so dumb. No. They know your phone number, yes. Come on, bro. like not every single person that they're like trying to get information from, they're literally doing this level of like in-depth analysis,
including what types of boxers you like to wear. It's also important to note here that Agent Hatton had valid reasons for seeking such an informal meeting with Deputy Gordon, as revealed later in the interaction when Agent Hatton subtly hints at his potential involvement in a more extensive inquiry into the sheriff's office that goes beyond the scope of the deputy's citation while conversing with his supervisor.
You can't call anybody in the PD because the PD is just here backing this guy up. It's Franklin County that's holding him. So you have to call the sheriff to let him know that his deputies have him stopped here and are holding me. He's going to ask why. You're not going to be able to tell him.
The plot thickens. Anyway, the officer later goes on to detain him, giving sloppy reasons like, "Oh, I don't trust you being an FBI agent, and you are being uncooperative," when in truth, he was the one who denied checking the agent's registration.
Hey, you are detained at this time, sir. Hey, I don't think this guy's legit, man. But you're being very uncooperative with me. You asked me to come up here. You called my personal cell phone number. You can't tell me how you got it. Your vehicle's coming back to a wiring company, not the
It's
FBI.
a covert vehicle.
Okay. You
Dude,
get
would
mad.
you like to see some registration?
You get mad at me because I turned my body camera on.
Would you like to see some
And
registration?
you know a lot of stuff about me.
Would you like to see the registration, sir?
I don't really want anything from you at this point. My supervisor's on the way.
Excellent.
Uncooperative? Really? First, do your job as an officer. As the dilemma continued, Agent Hatton even showed his license and his badge for the second time to Officer Gordon, but somehow Gordon remained unconvinced.
For people who will say like, "Oh, this could be faked," it's like that right there is highly unlikely to be faked. You want to know why? Because what he just did right there carries like a fucking 30-year charge or whatever. Impersonating a federal law enforcement officer is like you're going to jail for a very long time. I don't know what the exact punishment is. Let's see. Impersonating a federal agent felony charge. That alone, okay, never mind. It's not that bad, actually. It's only 3 years. Jesus Christ. Woke liberals made it so that you can impersonate a federal agent. I thought it was like fucking, that's not that bad, boys. That's not that bad. Now I know why Legion did it. I mean, murder is 25, but I thought that it was like tacked on every time.
Eventually,
3 years in prison, not that bad. Legion Al-Gaib.
multiple supervisory officers arrived on the scene, but they were even worse than Officer Gordon and decided to arrest him and put him in the back of the patrol car. Not only this, they even decided to not roll down the windows or turn on the AC, and given the hot day in Florida, it was only inevitable that things didn't go well for Agent Hatton.
Yes, sir.
There, brother.
Okay. All right. I'm turning it on right now.
Open the door. I can't breathe.
Sir, I can't open the door. You're being detained right now.
As time passed, the agent started complaining, and in spite of his repeated plea, the cop continued to ignore him.
You're burning me up, brother.
I had the defroster on.
No, you didn't. Brother, I need air. God almighty.
All of a sudden, they receive a phone call that should put the entire event to rest.
33, go ahead.
He is legit.
10-14. All right, that's what I'm doing right now.
Here we go. All the proof you need in the world. However, even after this, the officer chooses to retain the agent inside the patrol vehicle, despite receiving explicit confirmation that he is, indeed,
That's awesome. That's awesome. He's like, nah, you cook in there a little bit longer, bitch. Yo, God, I love this so much. This is so good. He's just giving him a little torture as a treat. You know what I mean? Just a little extra torture on the side. Who cares, man? You sit there, bitch. Want to investigate my precinct?
FBI agent. Instead of promptly following the given instructions to release him,
pig roast.
the officers continue conversing about the situation. All the while, the agent pleads for his release. It is only after an additional 3 minutes of entirely unnecessary conversation that the agent is finally allowed to exit the vehicle. But sadly, the damage was done.
Call 911. I need a medical attention right now. Unlock me. Call 911.
This is why, dude, the FBI has gone fucking... These libtards made the FBI a bunch of pussies, okay? You can't even sit in a goddamn back of a goddamn cop car. That's DEI right there. Let me tell you something, folks. Back in my day, FBI agents were Mormon, okay? They'd sit in any back of goddamn cop cars. They could sit there for 10 hours if they wanted to. You can fry them up like bacon. They wouldn't say nothing.
We're releasing you right now,
call
sir.
911 now. Call 911. I need
33.
After a further 10 minutes, the medics finally arrived and the cop explained the whole situation and said that the man complained about shortness of breath and vision loss.
Started complaining of shortness of breath, vision loss.
In the hours after Hatton was released, FBI agents in brass descended on Apalachicola, meeting with Gordon and the sheriff to find out what happened and why. Both agencies later decided to put the incident in the rearview mirror, followed by Sheriff Smith's promise, and I quote that, "Both our agencies work together a lot better." Smith also agreed to the fact that they needed more training.
I think Mr. Cop had the defroster on for some reason. Yeah. The reason was he's fucking annoyed. The reason was you have inconvenienced me, and I am a god. You are but a mere man, a mortal in the sight of a god. I hold your life in my hands. It don't matter.
But honestly, training or no training, that's no way to treat someone, let alone a fellow law enforcer. It's a great example of ego and how ego gets in the way of common sense. It also shows how sometimes police can take literally anything you say or do and turn it against you. Oh, and if you don't say anything, you're being uncooperative, and that's also grounds for suspicion. Fortunately,
The baby's sleeping. She was shaking earlier. I don't know if you can see. Stop shaking. She's so eepy.
despite what can only be characterized as disrespect and negligence from the officers, the agent did not sustain any significant injuries. However, the same cannot be said for ATF agent Burke, who was subjected to such mistreatment by the police that he found it necessary to file a lawsuit against them.
Yeah, this one is a famous
On
case.
July 7th, 2020, Agent James...
This one was awesome when it happened. This one was so fire. I covered this as a news story when it first happened.
Burke, a 16-year veteran of the ATF, was dispatched to a home on the 3300 block of Edgebrook Drive near Dublin, Ohio, to confiscate a shotgun from a resident who was not permitted to have a firearm. But instead of letting him in, they closed the door in his face and called 911, reading Burke's badge number to the dispatcher. In Burke's mind, it was no big deal as he was frequently used to this verification process. What happened next was not only shocking to Burke, but to anyone who's watching this video.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground.
What are you?
Get on the ground now.
What's your deal?
Federal agent.
Sensing extreme aggression from the officer, Burke outright refuses to follow his orders to drop to the ground, seemingly determined to...
Really fucked up, man. See, you can't see. Here's what you can't do: inconvenience me on this holy day. Okay, bro went in with his fucking service weapon unholstered, ready to go. It took him literally 2 seconds to pull out the gat. 2 seconds, bro. It's just like, you're so psychotic.
challenged the police's authority to frisk him for weapons. "I'm a federal agent. I don't need to obey orders from the local police," he must have thought. But if that were the case, it would mean that any criminal could easily lie and say they're a federal agent to avoid doing what the police say. Even if Burke didn't seem dangerous, he should have just done what the police told him politely, so they could quickly understand what was happening. Naturally, things escalated.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it.
He is at 335.
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
Copy.
Reacted.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police officer out here and doesn't have ID.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
Okay, fine. Fine. Do you find I think I'm a police officer or something? What the heck's the matter with you? Who do you think you are? Get on the ground.
Down to the voice break is so good. Who do you think you are? Fine, I'll shoot you.
Chopper things.
I'm not kidding.
91.7, I'm pulling up.
I got my ID.
Do not reach for your waist.
Despite Burke's best efforts to prove his identity to the officer continued to remain hostile and keep his gun drawn. Once the second officer arrived, the situation took a turn for the worse for Burke.
Sir! Don't argue!
Dude, God, these fucking incompetent losers, man. These incompetent fucking losers, dude. It is so crazy.
Face down, on the ground, face down, now!
Running out of corners, he had no choice but to comply with the officer's demands. The officers kept their firearms drawn at Burke for over 90 seconds before they very aggressively placed him under arrest.
All the way.
You got my IDs right here, left pocket. Left pocket.
And we're gonna put your arm on your back.
Wait a sec.
Do not resist.
I'm not resisting.
You're acting like a
He's literally laughing.
moron.
Wait a second. Wait a second. Wait a second. No, don't do this. Wait a second. I got a medical condition. Get my license out of my pocket.
All I'm saying is this is 2 in a row. Oh yeah, here, look, see? An ATF agent was tased, arrested at gunpoint by Columbus police. Wait, what?
335.
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
On that 10-8.
Get your hands up.
Sir! Don't argue! Face down, on the ground, face down, now! Face down!
Look at that hair.
Big mistake.
Fine, we'll settle that in a second. Settle that. Face down, now! All the way down. All the way. All the way.
This is from January 2021. There's a nice little pig-on-pig violence, dude. I do like this kind of content. I am a fan of that, you know. Hogalina's gone wild. You know, hog-on-hog violence. Let's take a look. There is no more consistent a man than me in this field. Okay? I am the most consistent man. It's crazy. The only thing that changed is the fucking haircut. That's it.
We're getting you secured.
You look like a conscientious objector to Vietnam.
Please, wait. No. Hold on. I'm hyperventilating. Please, sir. I'm not. Stop resisting. Would you please get my ID?
Woke libtards infiltrated the federal agencies. They don't. They got asthma.
My left pocket.
Stop
I'm
resisting.
begging you. My wife's right. Please. Stop here. Resist. Please get it.
I got one cuff on. Get your
Help me up. Just hold me up. Sir, I can't do this. Sir,
Stop resisting, now!
please help me.
But wait, the show isn't over yet. Apart from the uncanny aggression, these cops left no stone unturned in bullying Burke. During the forceful arrest, they repeatedly used a taser on him despite him being face down on the ground and not putting up any resistance.
Please
Joe, get your taser out. My taser. Get your taser out. Get your taser out, Joe.
No, don't do that, please.
Don't make me tase
You're
you.
gonna get tased.
Ow, don't do that. Okay.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
It is tough.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
In pain, Burke continued to tell the officers that he was a legit ATF agent out on a case and his ID was in his pocket. Regardless of the confirmation, the officer continued with the arrest and put him in the back of the patrol vehicle.
Why would you make us do this?
I didn't want you to. I wanted that. Wait. No.
And this is against white people? Bro, this is not just any white person. This is an ATF officer. This is federal law enforcement. Like, if they do this to an ATF guy, what do you think they will do to you? That's it.
You knew what you were doing.
Sir, calm down.
Relax.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car.
No,
we'll
wait.
talk later.
Sir, wait.
He's like, still, the reason why he's so understanding of the fucking hog pieces of shit here is because he's a hog himself. You know what I mean? It's like, guys, please, like, listen, I'm one of you, okay? I know what it takes to fucking beat the shit, brutalize a suspect, okay? I get it. But, like, just listen to what I have to say.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't let me show them to you.
Never once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now!
Have a seat. Please, wait, I gotta breathe.
Okay,
Please, sir, let me breathe.
Sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe. I have a medical condition.
We're going to get air to you. Get your
No,
legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
The cops then forced Burke into the vehicle, ignoring all his pleas and explanations regarding his medical condition.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance. Okay.
You're an idiot. For crying out loud, you're a cop, you're not an ass.
No, wait, I can't. You're fucking my head up. The seatbelt's in place. Please.
Why would you act like this?
I didn't act anyway.
I love that at this point, he's like also saying he might be a cop. It's so funny. He's like, look what you made me do, you cop piece of shit. So sick.
If you are a real police officer, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I was trying to.
What the fuck, dude? Look what you made me do.
Give you my creds.
After about an hour, Burke was released without any charges. Later, Burke decided to file a civil lawsuit against the Columbus Police Department and the two officers involved in the incident, accusing them of use of excessive force and unlawful arrest. It was also reported that the trauma had such an impact on Burke on both physical and psychological levels that he has since moved to an administrative role within the ATF instead of field work. Our thoughts on the matter? Well, as evident from the footage without a shadow of a doubt, the officer's behavior is anything but constitutional in this case and screams of aggression. But to give them a little benefit of the doubt, honestly, both parties involved are guilty to some extent.
What? Dog. Yo, YouTube propaganda guys literally will be like, I know this police officer directly shot you in the face 8 times after you showed your badge, but have you perhaps thought about not having your head in the direction of the bullets? Like, what are we doing, man? The fuck do you mean? Like, I hate to do this, but and defend the ATF agent here, but like, he absolutely didn't do anything wrong. Like, they tased him on the ground after he said he has a medical condition when his fucking fat ass knee was on his chest, dog. The fuck do you mean?
And Burke could have easily handled the entire altercation much more maturely by just agreeing to just surrender peacefully in the first place.
That's crazy.
For sure,
That's crazy. Dude, Americans are such fucking cucks. Oh my God. There's nothing funnier to me than Americans who are like, yeah, that's right. You ply my fucking guns out of my cold dead hands and shit, while also simultaneously being the guys who are like, why didn't he just personally suck pavement? Why didn't he curb stomp himself when the cops came over? Like, this is such fucking peasant mindset, dude. I swear to God. Americans love fancying themselves to be revolutionary figures that literally buckle at the first sight of like a fraction of authority. It is the most insane. Like, how do we convince 330 million people that they are simultaneously the most like hyper individualistic people that also are the most servile? Okay. It is so odd. It's so weird. People literally will just be like, they will literally get you killed, you fucking moron. You're not talking to me, I hope. They are, though he's not wrong. Everyone knows how cops act, so why would you deliberately not cooperate? Brother, we are currently talking about how police should behave. Knowing how they behave does not mean you can justify how they behave. It is insane to me. It is fucking insane. It's so bizarre to see how people act towards cops when you aren't a minority. Why would you ever fight back against someone who can legally kill you, lol? Also, the cop was literally cooperating. The Fear Ant clip going crazy on Twitter right now? Which one? Also, we're forgetting that he did submit. Like, he actually tried to submit to a dude who had a gun trained on him from the jump. Oh my God, everyone is so fucking servile. Everyone is so goddamn submissive and ready to fucking be like, nope, I defend authority no matter what, no matter who's doing it. Even when authority is doing it to another figure of authority. They tased him 4 times while he was on the ground saying, I'm cooperating. His hands were cuffed behind his back. When did he cooperate? He was screaming that he won't get on the ground. Brother, they put him on the ground and they tased him 4 times. He kept saying, grab my ID from my pocket. What more could he have done? And no, you should not have to get on the fucking ground. You should not have to get on the ground because a cop said so. Like, it makes no goddamn sense. What the fuck do you mean? Are you guys crazy? Pretty stupid to ignore instructions. Stop. No, I think people are trying to trigger me, right? I'm losing my mind. Oh my God. Oh my God. There's no way. There's no way this many people think it's totally just for a fucking piece of shit with like 3 minutes of training to just roll up to you and bust out the fucking service weapon and just be like, get the fuck on the ground now. Like, oh my God, what is happening? What is happening? Brother, what are you saying? Okay, I have a gun. I walk up to you and I say, take your fucking pants off or suck my cock. If you ignore my instructions, you're going to die. Pretty stupid not to suck my cock then. Is that, don't you think? Because this situation that I'm presenting to you is no different than what the cop is doing. The fuck? There is no excuse for what you're describing. There's no way in hell that you are genuinely making a might is right argument, especially when police have a monopoly of violence. What the fuck? I have a strong suspicion we had the same argument 3 years ago. You have to realize the cop heard this lady being investigated by the ATF, said, hey, this guy's pretending to be a cop. Like, what the fuck is that? This is crazy. Chatters who've never gotten in a fight or arrested, like when someone hits you and you're on the ground, the natural reaction is to recoil and try to cover your head. Just light being handcuffed, especially if your wide shoulders are incredibly uncomfortable, can easily make you have a panic attack. Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. Resisting arrest is a bullshit fucking charge usually. It is just a tack on. You want to know why? Because handcuffs are designed in a way for your body to contort in a way that it doesn't want to. So automatically, naturally, you flinch at that position, that you don't want to be in that position. They are not comfortable at all, which is precisely the reason why when people go, oh, I'm adding on a resisting arrest here, it's like, bitch, no, you're not. I'm trying to cooperate. The logical conclusion that chatters are genuinely presenting here is that if a cop comes up to you or anyone with a gun comes up to you and says, suck my cock right now, then they're in the right. If you don't suck their cock and they shoot you in the fucking face, you're in the wrong because they had a gun and you should have sucked their cock immediately. I'm losing my fucking mind. America's a military state, so we think that cops can do whatever the fuck they want. Because if we don't, we a badass third country is so dumb. We are isolated. We can't see how bad it is. Some order of conduct, so people believe like nationalism. Police defenders basically identified the one point where the dude made a mistake and decided that whatever else happened to him after that was justified because he made a mistake. You have your rights, but they don't exist to get you paid after you've cooperated with injustice. There is the only person that made a mistake there is not the dude being like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm an agent of the ATF. The person making a mistake in that situation is the cop that came in with his gun drawn. What are we talking about? No, I will stand on this business here. That's insane. What are we... Dude, we will never get police reform. This is the reason why, regardless of all the fucking commentary I do on this subject, I'm always shocked. Whenever I talk about criminal justice reform or whenever I talk about policing in this country, there are always dumb motherfuckers in here who will defend the police unconditionally under any circumstance. It is so wild to me. And people will do this no matter what because they're so fucking brainwashed to be like, nope, that's a position of authority. Shut the fuck up. They have to. They have to fucking listen. I don't get it. Please rewind. I feel like I'm going crazy with all this gaslighting. Let go of your ego and get on the ground, bro. Not defending the police, by the way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, totally. It's a bad advice to tell people to resist. It's likely to get you killed. I'm not telling people to fucking resist cops, dumbasses. Okay? The fuck are you talking about? Dude, he was not resisting. What the fuck are you talking about? Did we watch the same fucking video? Hello? Hello?
See some ID, get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Do you think that this is a normal way to interact?
Now! Get on the ground!
What's your deal?
He says, what's your deal? I'm a fucking federal law enforcement officer.
Get on the ground now!
I'm a federal agent.
Sensing extreme aggression.
He also gave his ID to the woman who called the cops. I'm shocked so many chatters in this community is actually saying this. I thought Americans were gun-wielding badasses, but I guess as soon as they have badges, they become submissive. Yeah, it's also funny because this is like the same fucking community that also has a bunch of fucking LARPers who are like, trans people need to arm themselves immediately, okay? Immediately. You need to get your own guns up. Like, you need to get your guns and resist the fascism. We're going to crush fascism. Unless it's a cop doing the fascism, in which case you better be submissive and breedable. You better fucking submit yourself immediately. Under no circumstances do cops actually do the wrong thing, really. It's totally fucking valid for the cop to come up with his gun out. Okay. Why aren't you being submissive and breedable? Why aren't you being submissive and breedable? Ooh, be breedable to the cop, please. Half of the American cuisine is just boot. Yeah. Like, chat has no way of looking at the situation. There's a lot of people in this community that have no fucking way of like analyzing the situation where the cop coming in hot with his service weapon drawn is incorrect. Okay? Like, that is unacceptable, okay? The fuck are you doing? In your suck my cock, I have a gun scenario, what are you suggesting I do? The funniest problem is, like, let's say I come up to you, I say, suck my cock, I have a gun. You don't suck my cock, so I beat the shit out of you and I fucking tase you on the ground. Do you think I'm in the right still? Or do you think you're in the right? Because you didn't suck my cock. Because you're defending the guy who's saying, suck my cock, I have a gun. Hello? You're victim blaming. That's what you're doing. Oh my God. Getting on the ground is not saying the cop with the drawn weapon is right. Okay, so why the fuck are you telling me that the guy is in the wrong for not getting on the ground? You only think he's in the wrong for not immediately getting on the ground because you think the cop with the gun drawn is right for coming in with his gun drawn. You have to listen to every single thing that the person says at that point. It is ridiculous. Okay? And I know a lot of people will try to hit me with the I know a lot of people will try to hit me with the, oh, you're just so privileged. It's like, first of all, unlike many of you who are talking here, I have been arrested and I have had many guns drawn on me by police and special weapons and tactics people. Okay? So shut the fuck up. Ridiculous. The person with the power in this circumstance is the cop. He has a gun. He has the capacity to fucking, oh, you're so cool. No, I'm not saying that because I'm trying to be fucking cool. I don't think it's cool at all. The guy who needs to be de-escalating in the situation is the guy with the gun, not the guy who's on the receiving end of the barrel. That person is not in the wrong for saying, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm a law enforcement officer. I'm a federal agent. The notion that you have this part of your brain that goes, no, you have to de-escalate against the cop by immediately sucking pavement is idiotic. Under no circumstance do you actually have to do that, okay? And in a normal world, if you weren't so Ameri-brained, you would see that reality. But because so many people are so conditioned in this situation that they just go, oh, no, you have to. What the fuck do you mean? It's crazy. Sorry, he was having a bad day, so now you get the fucking, now you're going to get tased. I'm so shocked. Yeah, I mean, it literally is the victim blaming. Exactly. Women should never wear revealing clothing because it might provoke ill-intentioned people, and it's somehow your responsibility. It's the woman's responsibility. The irony is the other guy, because he's a cop, was trying to de-escalate by talking to the fucking hog, by being like, dude, you're wrong for doing this. I'm a cop. I think people don't understand how fucking completely terrifying it is to be in a situation like this. You literally think you're going to die, so your natural instinct is resistance. No, in that situation, he's not even resisting. He's literally saying, like, he is talking to another human being, and chatters are like, no, you don't understand. Cops aren't human beings. So, like, of course, it's RoboCop time. So you have to get on the ground. He wasn't complying. He has papers in his hands. No, the fucking ATF agent is not guilty here under any circumstance. You're delusional if you think so. I'm sorry.
Reg, you didn't let me show.
Legit ATF agent out on a case, and his ID would use a taser on him despite him being face down on the ground and not putting up any resistance.
Please,
Yo, get your taser out. My taser. Get your taser out. Get your taser out, Jill.
No, don't do that, please.
Don't make me tase you.
You're gonna get tased. Ow, don't do that. Okay.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
It is cuffed.
Get him cuffed. Get him cuffed.
In pain, Burke continued to tell the officers that he was a legit ATF agent out on a case and his ID was in his pocket. Regardless of the confirmation, the officer...
Dude, chatters aren't talking about what's right and wrong morally. They're talking about what people should do to not die. Yeah, dude, I know. George Floyd, for example, shouldn't have resisted, right? He shouldn't have. He shouldn't have resisted. Why did he resist the cop? That's why he died, right? You're right. They're just saying, like, in order to survive, George Floyd should have not resisted. In order to survive, that is. Do you genuinely believe that? Or do you think it was the cop that was in the wrong there? It's because people derive satisfaction from other people receiving police brutality, so they're trying to rationalize their otherwise dissonant enjoyment of seeming comeuppance, but in a woke and radical way. Both can be true, man. What? Literally, what are you saying now? Oh my God. Americans love mocking the British for dick riding the royal family, then talk like this about cops. Yeah, same level of fucking inbreeding, honestly. Smaller pay grade, too. You want hogs, boss? Your long-term subs are the hogs. Yeah. Haas, I love you, but you're wrong in this case. No, you're right, man. You're right. You're right. Cops are actually in the right in this situation. The guy should have just gotten on the fucking ground immediately instead of trying to talk to the cop and inform him that he is a law enforcement officer with the federal agent with alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. You're so right. I'm so wrong. I think people are really desperate for some kind of fucking human interaction from their favorite streamer that they've just literally dropped all. This socialism shit is over, okay? Once I get a crumb of attention from my streamer, I'm dropping the socialism shit. I'm dropping it. Daniel Shaver killed in a hallway in his hotel room, outside of his hotel room. Why? Well, he didn't really comply. They told Daniel Shaver to get on the ground. They told Daniel Shaver to crawl over to the cops. Well, he wasn't crawling over to the cops fast enough, so they fucking lasered him. Sorry. Philando Castile, legal gun owner, did the responsible thing, told the officer that he had a gun. Geronimo Yanez had different ideas that day. Said the car smelled like marijuana, shot him and killed him. But hey, guess what, dude? You can find a way to call any police altercation and claim that the other side bears responsibility. It doesn't work that way. If you have the gun and you have the legal right to be able to take someone's life and also, if not take their life, detain them indefinitely, okay? If you have the power to be able to rob them of their freedom, okay? You have an incredibly high bar to clear. And the fact that cops don't have that high bar and don't get that training and don't actually care about the fucking de-escalation is unimaginable, but it becomes infinitely more imaginable when I see a community of supposed progressive people defending this situation by being like, well, you know, he did. You're doing disgusting stuff now. No one is saying the cop is in the right. Jesus fucking Christ. I don't think Chad is saying police is in the right. The obeying order part isn't the bad part. Is the cop abusing his power? Of course, the police dude need to chill the fuck out and de-escalate. But once the ATF dude realizes the cop is insane, you go along to preserve yourself. Okay, I'm losing my fucking mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my mind. What is happening right now? What is going on? What is happening? 25 months. What the fuck's happening here? Do you wish for every single person to literally be the unimaginably perfect victim in every circumstance? Because this is as close as you can get to being a perfect victim. So if you're defending, if you are saying the cop was in the wrong, but the guy surely should have just like gotten on the ground immediately, then honestly, you are a defender of police brutality. There are instances where you defend it. It is a very cowardly way to go about it, but your principles are completely out of whack. Hasan Chatters, right? Most likely POC. You are arguing, I think they're arguing survival. Now we're fantasizing about the POC background of individual chatters. Like, oh, that person is a person of color. Like you're literally in your mind. First of all, being a person of color does not make you infallible or correct in every fucking argument, even as it pertains to police brutality. Okay? Why the fuck do I even have any kind of educational a goal here? It's just like, yeah, I can't ever teach someone principles on any issue. If they are already a person of color, then they know it already. Like, that's ridiculous. You are currently defending police misconduct, whether you recognize it or not. But in a woke way. I'm losing my mind a little bit. This argument would happen every time someone was in the news for getting killed by the police. I know, which is weird to see it happening on fucking Saturday Fun Day when the community isn't like if there was like 25,000 people in here, I'd be like, all right, there's like more people in here than normal. These are like long-term community subs being like, no, you don't understand. It's a mechanism for survival. So actually, like, the guy did the wrong thing here. No, he didn't. No, he did not. It is a stance on police brutality. No ifs, ands, or buts, okay? I don't think you guys understand that. Kill the reactionary in your brain. This is what I mean. It's wild to assume that this cop would actually cease his hostility if the guy immediately got on the ground, especially because he literally did get on the ground and they tased him on the ground while he was handcuffed. You are so fucking stupid for even trying to offer a fraction of charitability to this pig fucker. You're dumb as fuck. You have pig fucker brain. Hasan is saying get shot by the cops. And now you have schizophrenic dipshits who are arguing on your favor. Look, there you go. Treating a cop like he's a fucking natural phenomenon is insane. I'm not offering any charitability to anyone. If you are insulting me, It's crazy to expect me to go, yeah, you know what? The cop is in the wrong, actually. The ATF guy is in the wrong, actually, for not complying sufficiently. After all, the cop has a fucking gun. You missed the point on purpose? No. I'm not talking about this. No, it's not about police brutality. It's about being in a compromised situation and wanting to see the next day. I'd say the same exact thing about a gunman. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I am not missing the fucking point. Your point is fucking stupid. Okay? Your point to bring up in this circumstance is fucking stupid because the idiotic assertion is that the cop would actually cease his hostilities as soon as you got on the fucking ground. There is no evidence to suggest that that would happen. It is actually, as a matter of fact, the exact opposite. So why try to argue about a hypothetical that is right in front of you, that is destroyed right in front of you? What the cops did after he was on the ground shows you and anyone with a fucking eyeball and 3 synapses that fire at the same time is that they had no interest in de-escalating. So of course I'm going to talk about this from the framework of de-escalation and why the cop is in the wrong. And not be like, hey, guess what? Actually, what was the ATF guy wearing? I mean, what was the cop thinking on that day? Maybe he was having a bad day. Maybe he's actually been fired on before by people who have claimed to be ATF agents. That is literally idiotic argumentation. You are arguing for a hypothetical that slants this conversation even remotely on the side of the cop. If the cop is in the wrong, that's not the point, is not the point. Then shut the fuck up. You keep trying to put the dissenters in a position where they're defending the cop because you are defending the cop, you fucking idiot. Whether you realize it or not, you are defending the fucking cop. You are. When you say, when a cop comes up to you in this circumstance, you're supposed to get down on the ground. Even if they beat the shit out of you after that, you got down on the ground and tased you after you communicated to them that you have a medical condition and told them to grab your fucking ID from your back pocket. They still arrest you and shove you in the back of a cop car. You should have just complied, is defending the cops. Whether you recognize it in that moment or not, you are still defending the cop. You don't think you are in your mind. You think you're just simply shooting the shit. You think you're simply debating. Okay? You're not debating. I mean, you are debating. You're debating on behalf of the cop. That's crazy. And then you're also like simultaneously jumping on the I'm a person of color and this is just survivability. Check out what Devin R said. He got banned probably for what he said because he's fucking. Please read Chad is wrong. Hasan, I think I understand where you're coming from. Is Chad who doesn't see you're trying to argue that the entire circumstance that brought the situation is the issue? People aren't understanding that you're arguing against the whole process. Chad is being obtuse. He didn't get banned. He got excessively spamming Fossa botted. That's not a defense of the cop. It's an understanding of the reality of the situation, a reality that is hell away from things that should happen. No, that is a defense of the cop, whether you recognize it or not. You are literally doing that. Sorry, you are doing that. You should stop doing that immediately. Okay? No, that is precisely how people defend police brutality. You are defending police brutality, whether you recognize it in this moment or not. You are defending it because you're saying that police are an unstoppable violent force. This is why there is a concept called suicide by cop. Okay? You are literally, whether you recognize it or not, defending police's actions by saying, of course they're going to be violent and abhorrent. You should have survivability instincts kicking in this circumstance. No, it is a defense of the cop, whether you recognize it or not, because you are legitimizing the monopoly of violence that they hold by claiming, well, they hold a monopoly of violence, so you should just shut the fuck up and get on the ground, which he did, and he still got his fucking ass beat. That's it. That's the point. I don't know how why this is not going in through your fucking dense skulls here. So the correct action was to continue resisting the cops' directions. Oh my God. Nah, it's done. It's done. It's over. No, this is so bad. It's so fucking bad. Everything I've done is in vain. Everything I've done is in vain. I've developed an entire community of people who are just like trying to out-woke people, I guess, or trying to out-debate people. I should have never even debated any of those other two fucking chatters the other day. Immediately. Only anarchist take. This is not an anarchist take at all. You're literally looking at a cop like it's a fucking grizzly bear. It's a human being behind that gun. Okay? That's a human being. People are trying to act like they are not currently defending the police officer's actions by saying, well, the situation calls for you to get on the ground. He did. They still beat his fucking ass. So what's up? I don't know why. I don't understand. Anytime you look at an instance where a police is engaging in an escalatory action, in a violent action, and you go, well, he should have complied, you know, he's in the wrong there too, you are defending police brutality. It's much simpler than you want to put it. Hasan is not saying don't listen to someone pointing a gun at you. He's saying the person pointing a gun at you is bad. Yeah. But people are still like, yeah, they're bad, but you should like literally comply for survival. Okay, he did. He still got his ass beat. Why are you bringing that up? You're only bringing that up because there is something inside of you that desperately still wants to believe that the structure is not fundamentally fucking flawed. That yes, ultimately, like, they're behaving like violent animals, but like that should be expected because that's what they are. That's just the reality. I'm just being a realist here. No, you ultimately are still using survivability as a means to offer a little bit of fucking credence to the violent actions of the police in that circumstance. That's crazy. And you're doing it in a situation where it's like a clear-cut wrong, too.
Officer continued with the arrest and put him in the back of the patrol vehicle.
Why would you make us do this?
I didn't want you to. I wanted to. Wait.
No, you knew what you were doing.
Sir, calm down.
Why'd you make us do this? You knew what you were doing. Chat's like, yeah, he did. Chat, listen. Listen to the cops because you agree with him, you know?
Relax.
Sir, hey, guys, please, just talk to me for 1 second, please.
Get in the car.
No,
we'll
wait.
talk later.
Sir, wait.
You had your chance.
No, I was trying to give you my creds. You didn't let me show them to you.
Never once tried.
I did.
Get in the car.
Wait.
Now.
Have a seat. Please, wait, I gotta breathe.
Okay,
please, sir, let me breathe.
Sit down and breathe.
Let me breathe.
I think if he wasn't an ATF guy but a black dude, the chat would never say this. I'm just going to say it. Low key, a lot of people are like, well, he's like a white guy and an ATF agent. You would never in a million fucking years, you would have to drop your leftist credential at the fucking door in that situation. So suck my fucking dick. Some of you dumb bitches still have that brain broken liberalism in your goddamn heads, okay? No fucking way. Ain't no fucking way would you ever in a million fucking years dare to make the same fucking argument.
I have a medical condition.
We're gonna get air to you. Get your legs in. Get your legs in. We're closing this door.
The cops then forced Burke into the vehicle, ignoring all his pleas and explanations regarding his medical condition.
I need air. Sir, please, call an ambulance. I'm asking for an ambulance. Okay.
You're an idiot. For crying out loud, you're a cop, you're not an ass.
No, wait, I can't. You're fucking my head up. The seatbelt's in place. Please.
Why would you act like this?
I didn't act anyway.
If you are a real police officer, you ought to be ashamed of
I
yourself.
was trying to give you my creds.
After about an hour, Burke was released without any charges. Later, Burke decided to file a civil lawsuit against the Columbus Police Department and the 2 officers involved in the incident, accusing them of use of excessive force and unlawful arrest. It was also reported that the trauma had such an impact.
We're just stuck on the wrong idea. Everyone here knows that every encounter where cops can get you killed isn't about defending our actions. I hate this so much. Shut the fuck up. Enough. 30-month subscriber. Cease. I'm gonna do a culling. I think it's time for a fucking culling. Dude, yeah, if anybody wants a perma, they can catch one right now, okay? You won't be able to fucking avoid the top of the hour ad break either. You just sit there and fester and, you know, get on the long list of fucking haters who spend their every waking moment talking about how much of a shitty person I am. I haven't purged in a while. In an instance where there is very clear-cut definitional police brutality, and you say, well, it's about survivability, he should have just fucking complied, when it's a clear-cut 100% cop is in the wrong situation, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if you think like, oh, well, everybody agrees that the cop is in the wrong. No, I guess everybody doesn't fully agree. No, some of you don't have fucking genuine. Some of you do not have genuine, like firmly held, committed beliefs, and you literally get sucked into the aesthetics of a situation. It's not morally principled. That's why I was yelling the other day at chat in another similar circumstance where there was like an unruly homeless lady with a baby, but she was a white woman. So chatters were like, oh no, that bitch had it coming. It's like, no, dude, no. There are situations, very rare ones, where cops are genuinely de-escalating, and I'm consistent and I tell you like it is when it happens. But chatters were yelling at me back then too. They're like, oh, well, she's a fucking raggedy white bitch. Like, she deserves it. A POC would get treated way differently. It's like, who cares, man? The fuck do you mean? I know that as well. But in that circumstance, the police still has the responsibility to behave appropriately because they have all the fucking power. God damn, Uncle Ben shit over here. With great power comes great responsibility, guys. I cannot believe so many long-term community subscribers are just like fucking whining in here about how like the cop had the cop was in the wrong, but so was the guy. He should have just like sucked payment immediately and been like, oh, I'm so sorry, officer. No, he did the wrong thing by trying to de-escalate with this because he's also a fucking cop. And because he's also a fucking cop, he thought, well, I know these guys. I do this shit too. That was his mistake. A ridiculous proposition. Anyway. City of Columbus has paid out $12.8 million in use of force settlements since 2010. Where's the... I want to know what happened in the court case, in the other court case.
On Burke on both physical and psychological levels that he has since moved to an administrative role within the ATF instead of field work. Our thoughts on the matter? Well, as evident from the footage without a shadow of a doubt, the officer's behavior is anything but constitutional in this case, and screams
Like, reactionary YouTubers have a better take almost
of aggression. But to give them a little benefit of the doubt, honestly,
No.
both parties involved are guilty to some extent.
This is what sparked it, because I fucking said this YouTuber's in the wrong for saying giving the cops a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. Both parties are a little guilty. It's like, no, they're not. No, they're not.
And Burke could have easily handled the entire
So you, as a chatter who's 35 fucking months subscribed to me, have the same take as an AI voice generated YouTube channel that churns out right-wing bootlicking propaganda. Okay?
much more maturely by just agreeing to just surrender peacefully in the first place. For sure.
Sorry, I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt to the guy who was fucking tasing this dude when the handcuffs were slapped on him.
A lot of drama could have.
And yeah, remember, they do this to cops, other white cops. That, if you think that that's acceptable in this situation, well, that's precisely the reason why a lot of people see it totally acceptable for black people. If a police force this untrained, this lacking accountability can do this to a fucking ATF agent, then what do you think they're doing to black people?
Have been a.
The reason why I brought up Daniel Shaver is because nobody attended Daniel Shaver's funeral except for his family and one group. That group was Black Lives Matter, because Black Lives Matter understood that police that kill white people unjustly are still absolutely going to kill black people unjustly as well. That's the reason why Black Lives Matter wasn't just about police killing black people and that it's totally fine to kill white people in the hands of the police. It was about police brutality. Black Lives Matter was an excuse to riot. You're literally a reactionary, bro, he says, after saying Black Lives Matter was an excuse to riot.
Avoided. Don't you agree? Speaking of drama, get ready for the next one, as it's full of it. Though the man involved here is not from the FBI, but does have an excellent understanding of the law and is here to show how foolish and corrupt these cops can be. Mac Proctor, this guy, was parked in a private parking lot, patiently waiting for his takeout order while he is also on his delivery driver shift. Although his vehicle wasn't in an official parking spot, it wasn't obstructing traffic flow, and Mac had briefly left it unattended for about 2 minutes in order to pick up his food. Upon returning to his vehicle, a police officer approached him and claimed he was breaking parking regulations.
All right, Mr. Proctor. That is your last name. Everything okay?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
Oh, I said I want to summon the hogs. I didn't say I want long-term community members to fucking transform into oinking little piggies.
You don't have to answer anything, dude.
Okay.
You don't have to. Okay, you stand here all day. I get paid either way.
Can you go ahead and finish your job so I can carry on?
What's up with the anger, dude?
I'm not angry.
You're not angry? You always talk to everybody like that?
I'm not angry.
Oh, okay.
I just want you to go ahead and wrap things up, please.
Oh, okay.
It seems like this officer named Diego Hernandez is getting a kick out of the situation and just simply wants to flex his power. It is true that in most cases involving cops, citizens get intimidated and reel back, giving a psychological upper hand to cops, with this cop thinking they have all the power in the world and are in complete control of the situation. So it's no surprise that Hernandez here was taken aback by Mac's composure and his intelligent know-how of the related law. Mac knows that he has the absolute right to remain silent in response to the officer's inquiries, especially those that have no relevance to any criminal proceedings.
All right, well, I'll give you a break on it, but you know what I'm saying? This isn't a parking spot, okay, dude?
You're not giving me a break. You're harassing me at this point. I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
Well, do you understand?
This is how you know this guy's fucking gonna be a dick to this cop, okay? This right here. You see that? Not all the way down. Not all the way rolled down, baby. That's how you know. He cracked it. He didn't go full. We are now in sovereign citizen territory, okay?
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are.
Okay.
All right. So do you understand why I stopped you?
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
You don't have to.
Okay.
Okay. But then again, I could do this all day too.
Hernandez sure has a lot of time on his hands if he is willing to do this all day. Hey, Mr. Serve and Protect, don't you have bigger priorities like actually stopping people from committing a crime?
No, because that's not what cops do for the most part. Sorry, it's just the truth.
Well, this proves that we judged him correctly.
To be fair, every moment that this guy's taking up this dude's time as the San Francisco Police Department, he's probably not beating the shit out of a homeless person. So these dudes are correct in asserting their rights, but it doesn't mean they aren't annoying, smarmy little fucks. Yeah, no, I love sovereign citizen videos for that reason, because he can go in either direction. And it only reveals, like, the truth is only revealed at the end. It's like a fun little game. Like, who was like worse? It's usually the cop that's like the worst person in most circumstances because he has all the power.
He does like to flex his power and bully people.
I'd like to leave. May I leave now, please?
But this one, he's not even doing anything like wrong. He's just being kind of a dick back to him.
Do I need to answer any more of your questions?
Hello. No.
Didn't he say a while back that he was detaining Mac? Jesus Christ. Make up your mind already, officer.
I'm not the one that's acting this way, okay? I'm just asking you to do, you know, I'm trying to give you a break here, all right?
I prefer you just write me the parking ticket and let me go.
Right, okay, oh, okay.
Hernandez proceeds to complete the process, but comes back again giving excuses like they have to wait for another guy to come and write the ticket. Having nothing else better to do, the officer tried to have one final crack at—
This is illegal, by the way. Isn't he a K-9 unit? Like this is bullshit. This is just like him wasting his damn time on purpose because his ego is fucking hurt.
Mac.
Hopefully I'm not keeping you from anything, am I?
Oh my God, he's like, oh God, he's such a fucking piece of shit. Oh, he's asking that specifically to get off on it. This guy's—
I don't like talking.
Oh my God, this is not this motherfucker's first rodeo. He's like, nope, I'm not gonna give in. I'm not gonna fucking give in. I'm not gonna give you the satisfaction. Oh hell yeah.
Is everything okay? Is there any other issues or anything going on that I should know of?
Do I need to answer your questions?
You don't have to answer anything, but I'm concerned about your well-being. Is there something wrong?
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
Well, yeah, if there's something wrong, it would be nice, yeah.
Do I need to answer any of your questions?
You don't have to talk to me. I'm just saying. I'm just concerned about your well-being. That's all I'm saying. Usually we don't get people hostile.
I've not been hostile.
Okay. Well, usually we don't get people wanting a ticket. You know what I'm saying? I'm going through all this. I could be having my lunch right now. And you too.
I have to really give to Mac for displaying such calm and collected demeanor while Officer Hernandez bombarded him with all those irritating and nonsensical questions.
Hey, Mr. Proctor, can I just give you your stuff so you can leave?
Can you?
I can, but you're the one. I would have let you go a long time ago.
What do I need to do for you to hand me my documents so I can leave?
I'll give it to you right now. I just want to know that, that you're okay, because usually I don't get people all this.
What do I need to do?
Bro just needed a friend, dude. He just needed a friend. He's like, whoa, are you okay? Can we be friends? Can we hang out? He's like, come on, I'm so desperate. I'm so lonely, dude. You don't understand, please. Bro, yeah, gray name cop is right. He's literally, bro, the cop is literally like my fucking haters who come in and try to fuck my day up. And then when I yell at them, they go, why are you so mad? I was just simply looking out for you, actually. I was just trying to hold you accountable. I don't get it. Like, what? Yeah, he's just asking questions. I'm just asking questions. Just curious. Just curious.
For you to hand me my documents so I can be on my way.
You're okay.
I don't need to answer any of your questions.
Hey, there we go again. Jesus Christ.
Now this is a guy seriously getting on my nerves. What is he, 12?
I'm trying to say that...
You're trying to display your power to me right now.
No, I'm concerned about it. Is it a problem to be concerned about another human being?
You have no reason to be concerned about me.
So it's okay then. You're okay then.
You can hand me my documents and I can be on my way. Or we can...
Okay.
Yeah, like I got a whole ass girlfriend on this relaxing night and I'm just chatting to keep you accountable. Yeah. I can't debate you right now.
So if I hand you your stuff, you'll be fine and taken off and...
Yeah. The shit I hate about these channels is that they'll be like in this situation in which the cop that tased the ATF agent, both sides are at fault. And here they're like, this cop should be ashamed of himself and his misconduct. What a fucking piece of shit. What is he, 12? Yeah. If only the cop fucking busted out the taser and just like tased him on the side of the dome. Maybe then the YouTuber would be like, well, he actually didn't properly engage with the cops' lawful orders. So I guess who's to say who's really at fault here? Maybe both sides are responsible. Okay? Like, how did you just go from the previous situation where this dude was on the fucking ground getting pummeled to be like, oh, you know, you just gotta always listen to the orders, right? Like, I mean, lawful orders, right? Like, quit gaming 8 months ago, bought a new car. I have an amazing girlfriend. I make a shitload of money and I'm buying a house this spring. I party every weekend. I'm never home. I'm enjoying life. Do yourselves a favor. Stop trying to make gaming a career. It's cringe as fuck. That is such an older, isn't that a, that copy pasta is so old, it literally can buy cigarettes in the state of New York, okay? That's crazy.
You're not angry, right?
Ah, the ever-wise Mac. Realizing he is not going to win this battle of wits or the law, the officer had no option but to let him go.
Well, I'm gonna take a chance on you, right here. Mr. Proctor, everything's cool, all right? We're blocking traffic here to your stop. All right, hopefully you have a good day. Everything works out for you.
Oh my God, this guy's such a bitch, dude. He's like, yeah, I hope everything's all right with you.
Right.
Am I free to leave now?
Yes, you are.
Could you please step away from the vehicle?
Yes, I will. You have a good day.
Mac was eventually allowed to go without any further problems. However, this whole incident raises some concerning questions. Why did he encounter additional issues just for exercising the Fifth Amendment?
This is such a good one.
Moreover, it's quite strange that this interaction occurred at all. If Officer Hernandez had noticed Mac's vehicle obstructing traffic, wouldn't it be a wiser thing to just request him to move it out of the way? But no, he had to show his authority and had to bully him. Kudos for Mac for not entertaining him and showing him the doors as he rightfully deserved. Not to mention the fact that this whole incident just proves to all of us how important.
Bro, this motherfucker's getting no stars on that delivery. 1, the food smells like cigarettes. 2, it's 4 fucking hours late, okay? Sorry.
Important it is to know about the law and handle such situations if you ever land in one.
Wait, what do you mean it's important to know about the law and handle the situations? You literally said in the previous situation, the dude that got fucking tased, who knew the fucking law, was a little guilty. Knowing the law does not help, okay? You can be the law, know the law, try to de-escalate with a fucking dude that comes up at you with a gun in his hand going, get the fuck on the ground now, and it still won't matter.
How important is it? Let's find out in the next case where a bunch of cops arrested an ex-FBI security contractor solely for the reason that he just didn't know the law enough.
How you doing, sir?
Good.
All right.
What's up?
Deputy Troy with the Sheriff's Office. The reason
Okay.
I'm stopping you is your plate's obstructed.
Yeah.
Whatever that thing's got, you got to take it off, okay?
Okay.
Because it got to be visible within a certain distance. When you went to driving school and a cop pulls you over, what'd they tell you?
Oh, you pull over when it's safe to do.
No, you pull over immediately. Okay? Let me tell you this. Now, you pull over immediately.
Sure.
Because I don't know what you're doing inside this car.
Sure. Yeah.
Hiding guns. You know what I mean? Officer safety.
No, you're wrong. You pull over when safe, not pull over immediately. And you know why? Because it is
number one.
It is for officer safety that you pull over when safe. Because if he doesn't fucking pull over when safe, and you roll up to the car, with your little piglet ass, you're gonna get fucking zoomed on by a goddamn 18-wheeler. Okay, you're gonna be on the fucking officer down page. The fuck do you mean?
When he mentions things like safety and pullover protocols when the cop himself has no idea about the law and is lying right off the bat.
This part of the video is false. This guy's an FBI agent undercover whose cover got blown by these cops. Oh, I love that.
You see, there's no strict requirement to pull over immediately for various reasons, including traffic obstruction and safety concerns. It's advisable to pull over as soon as it's safe to do so, prioritizing safety above all else. Also, If you find yourself in an area that feels unsafe or you're unsure whether the vehicle behind you is a genuine police car, you can activate your hazard lights and drive cautiously to a secure, well-lit, and populated area. Imagine slamming the brakes right in the middle of traffic, or getting robbed, or worse, assaulted by fake cops near a dark alley. Something a cop should be well educated on before he starts throwing misinformation. But this is not the end.
I don't understand what happened there. Like I genuinely, I'm still confused. I don't want to get back to it. I don't want to relitigate it, but it's crazy. Like, lower time, judge ruled on the Columbus ATF agent case recently, ruling against the cops' motion for dismissal, saying that the cops did not have qualified immunity and that a reasonable jury could potentially find excessive force. Scroll to the very bottom for judgment. Oh boy. Oh boy. Big news. For the foregoing reasons, the court finds that a reasonable jury could conclude that the force used by the defendant officers was excessive and in violation of state law and Burke's rights under the Fourth Amendment. If a jury so found, then the defendant officers violated Burke's clearly established constitutional rights, and their conduct is not protected by qualified immunity from suit. Accordingly, read this. I am driving on the freeway. Accordingly, defendant City of Columbus Joseph Fihey and Kevin Winchell's motion for a summary judgment is hereby granted in part as to count 2 and denied in part as to count 1, 3, 4, and 5. Defendant City of Columbus is hereby dismissed with prejudice. Chatters were not empathizing with the ATF guy and thinking they wouldn't have gotten in that situation if it was them. They were wrong and ended up just bootlicking for fascism. Yep. Crazy stuff.
End of the cops' lies.
So who are you?
Former NDOC, and I used to work security at Harris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm a contractor. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have insurance on this thing?
My partner, huh?
Do you have insurance on this thing?
Yeah.
Your partner or what?
Now, my partner called me. I'm a contractor with Southwest Gas.
Mm-hmm.
So I got to go over there and get him logged into his computer.
No guns inside the car?
Nah, no firearms.
Okay.
Fast forward to a few standard questions. The cop begins to ask more targeted and detailed questions, attempting to discover evidence or information that could potentially incriminate the guy.
What do you got right there up front?
Hey, that's a siren. I contract security.
You contract security?
I think that chat was reacting to you, encouraging the ATF guy to not obey. The ATF was not guilty of anything. It's a given to me. Still, I would get on the ground immediately. No, dude. That cop coming at you with a fucking gun drawn and you going, hey, you're in the wrong, I'm a federal officer, is perfectly valid. Okay? It's perfectly valid. Please stop relitigating this. Okay? And if they shot and killed him, they would be 100% in the wrong. They didn't shoot and kill him. They only tased his ass. They were still 100% in the wrong. That's it. It is ridiculous. It is fucking ridiculous. Unless you think that this is a vibes-based situation. And like, if the cops don't like your fucking vibes, they can just pull the service weapon on you. Some cops aren't obligated to listen. It don't matter. They have to. That's the point. They have to. One, they are human beings and public servants. They have to listen to you. Just because they don't does not mean that you have to hand it to them. The fuck? It's like chat heard pro union and are just now repeating police union talking points at every opportunity. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on. It's so wild because the same fucking court structure that oftentimes finds cops very much innocent is still, you know, in this circumstance saying excessive force was utilized here and a violation of Fourth Amendment rights also happened. Do you know what a violation of Fourth Amendment rights is? Chat, do you know that you have rights? I make fun of sovereign citizens all the time, but they are correct. Do you know what a Fourth Amendment right is? You cannot be unlawfully searched or seized. Your property can't be seized. It is in the Constitution. You can't do that. That's right. You have some rights. No matter how American you are, and no matter how much you think like, well, a pig is a pig at the end of the day, they can't do that. They're in the wrong. Anyway, let's continue.
To have a siren.
Turn it on.
Why haven't you taken the lights off of there?
Yeah, I do contract work, so I have to have lights on this vehicle for someone to work in.
They shouldn't be that color.
Yeah, they should be red and white, brother.
Yeah, it depends on who you're contracting with. If you contract with law enforcement agencies, it's different.
Which agencies do you contract with?
The various ones. DOJ.
Name some. DOJ?
Sure.
So you have a contract?
I've worked for DHS, yeah.
Okay, so do you have a government ID?
I have a contractor ID.
Where's that?
It's in my, it's mine.
Ready for the big moment?
Where'd you get this?
I think this guy is literally an undercover FBI agent. I don't think this guy is just a contractor. I think this guy is actually literally an undercover FBI agent. Dude, the red and blue gives it away. There ain't no fucking way, dude. You can't have that. Even if you're contracted, I don't think you can have fucking red and blue lights in your car. Also illegal.
Federal Bureau of Investigation badge?
Now the cat's out of the bag. The officers were shocked to find out who he was. However, this doesn't prevent them from going too far and exceeding their authority by searching the agent without obtaining his consent.
I'm gonna read you your rights too, okay? Because you're handcuffed, you know what I mean? So I feel more comfortable that way.
But then, the police officer begins an unwarranted search of the agent's body and vehicle without any request or permission, violating the agent's Fourth Amendment rights, which safeguard.
Wait a minute. Wow. Dora, what does the Fourth Amendment mean? The right of the people to be secure in their persons, houses, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated, and no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause, supported by oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. Do you like the Fourth Amendment, Dora? It would also perfectly apply to the previous circumstance where the victim was an ATF agent. Just saying.
Against unjustified searches and seizures, an act both illegal and unconstitutional.
No guns, right?
Yeah.
Inside the car?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool, because, like I said, man, too, there's money in. Put that back in, so I'll put it in the bag, okay? So the reason you're in cuffs, okay? Unless you're a sworn officer.
I know about everybody state.
Yeah, you're not allowed to have red and blues.
Sure.
Right? Because then you could easily impersonate
Red.
a police officer.
Sure.
So who issued this to you?
My former employer.
Your former employer? So you used to work for the FBI at one point?
I've contracted with the Department of Justice.
I don't think you can be a former FBI agent and still carry around your badge like that and the car with the lights.
The FBI.
These officers are obviously displeased that the agent has a response for every question. So the second officer starts to ask questions he knows the man cannot answer, aiming to create a situation that might incriminate him.
Is it normal to carry a badge while you're undercover? Yes, dude. What the fuck? Yeah.
Since you got the badge, where's your creds at? Where's your federal creds at?
Once more, it's crucial to emphasize that the officer's concern is primarily with the lights on the agent's car. They do not, and I repeat, do not possess the legal authority to conduct a search of an agent's person in this situation. Therefore, going into his pockets is entirely unjustified and downright illegal. Considering the whole light deal, things do seem a little shady. As the incident happened in Nevada, it's essential to note that it's against the law for a civilian to use red and blue emergency lights on their vehicle. However, this man never activated them. And when he did, it was during his official duties as a contractor with a law enforcement agency. Besides, the guy never said he was in the FBI. All he said was he worked part-time in the FBI, so he was far from impersonating a federal agent. The matter was further escalated when a bunch of senior-ranking officials showed up who surprisingly turned out to be bigger fools than the two cops and decided to turn the car upside down looking for any signs of evidence. Who knows what the cops found? Or planted. All the more—
Wait, what? Okay, I need more details on this. I need more details on this specific arrest. Do we have anything? He said, or planted. That's crazy. There's got to be more to this one, right? I think there's a part 2 in the description. Oh my God.
Get covered! Get covered!
Acorn down.
He's got a badge.
Oh no, sir.
Wait, what? Is he shot?
Federal Bureau of... He's an FBI agent.
Aggravated domestic? Yeah, with strangulation. We don't know if he's armed. Step up. All right.
Wait, what the fuck?
I don't know how legit you are at the moment.
It's okay. Special Agent Hasan.
There's a 40-minute long video of the dude from the previous video going over the encounter.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So for those that have watched my FBI agent impersonator video, we're going to be going over the police body camera footage.
Wait, what?
Okay. What kind of lighting does it have?
Okay, maybe he's not actually fucking... He's reacting to his own thing? Hold on, I gotta pee so bad. 1 second.
Oh, it's got lights up there. It's got red and blue. Turn it on.
Okay, that is what is known as the fruit of the poisonous tree in terms of a Fourth Amendment search and seizure violation. All right, let me explain why. We're gonna go to the Nevada revised statute as such is cited in respect to this particular matter, that being NRS 484A.480, sections 6 and 7. Section 6 stating a person shall not operate a vehicle with any lamp or device displaying a red light visible. Displaying a red light visible from directly in front of the center of the vehicle except an authorized emergency vehicle, a school bus, or an official vehicle of a regulatory agency. Similarly, Section 7 states a person shall not operate a vehicle with any lamp.
This is absolutely insane how bad the audio is. What the fuck? Okay, maybe he's not a fucking FBI agent. He has a Medium blog. Read this description. Navy SEAL arrested by sheriff was investigating DOD, DEA child trafficking. Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Bro, this dude is not FBI at all. What the fuck? Super spy, hacker, ninja, guerrilla, instructor, investigative journalist, philosopher, freedom fighter, former disgruntled federal government employee, and comedian. Yo, bro is not. What? This guy's just like, he's a professional amendment auditor. Wait, why did they let him go with a badge though? Then why did the vid act like the cops were in the wrong? First of all, the fact that he's out and about and making a react video of himself being arrested implies that he has to have like at least a government contract or something. What is happening? I don't understand, but like the FBI is contracting motherfuckers like this? Like, what is going on with the FBI, man? Oh my God. Yo, just when you think the situation could not be worse, just when you think the situation could not be worse, you find out, oh no, it's worse than what you think. Probably a CI. No, a CI is not going to have a FBI badge, man. The fuck? Hello? Guys, you know who are CIs? Like pedophiles, okay? Like the FBI does contract a lot of people like that. Like pedophiles, people who have done unimaginably awful things. And then the FBI is like, all right, well, here, we'll lessen your sentence to go, I don't know, spy on a Muslim community or something and infiltrate it. That's what that's what a fucking CI is. It's not a dude with a FBI badge running around. Oh my God. I'm so confused. I'm more confused. I'm actually, I don't know how y'all are getting he's incompetent from this. He's just weird. Like, you know who was a CI? The dude that was leading the Proud Boys. Like, that's a CI. The Military Commissions Act of 2006, military industrial complex will lead to the siege. Help me investigate the disappearance of missing children in Mexico by contributing to my fundraiser. It seems like this dude is like a worse version of that other guy that they wrote Sound of Freedom over, which is like, and by worse, I mean like less successful at kidnapping brown children and bringing them to America. Like, what the fuck? What is happening? Nah, Tim Ballard is much more insane. Yes, and also much more successful. Fuck, this guy definitely was a Fed. Bro, why are you sending me a fucking downloadable link, dude. What the fuck? You can't be successful wearing a hat like that. Fred Durst used up that coin. No FBI agent would wear a hat so big it covers the tops of his ears like Cassidy. That's definitely a cop look, but no shot. They wear flex fits like Nick Merckx, not this 5950 shit. Okay. I'm done. He has a Medium blog. Like, no. No. This is too crazy. This is too nutty. All right, let's watch the cop on cop violence part 2.
The Federal Bureau of Investigation, or the FBI, is one of the most powerful law enforcement agencies in the United States. And naturally,
damn, they got a new AI voice for this.
So are its agents, who enjoy significant power with nationwide jurisdiction, allowing them to operate across
we didn't finish the first one, did we? Or we did finish it.
State lines and internationally in certain cases, certainly more than an ordinary cop around the block. But what happens when an FBI agent messes up and gets arrested by cops? So today we will be shining light on 3 such cases where an FBI agent steps on the wrong side of the law and gets confronted by the cops. But first, please hit the like button to show some love to our new channel, as YouTube won't for posting such videos. Kicking off today's episode, let's travel all the way to Kalamazoo, Michigan, where this 41-year-old FBI agent, Richard Trask, not only betrayed his badge and everything he stood for, but also did it in one of the most appalling ways a man could do. On July 18, 2021, around 2 a.m. Kalamazoo County deputies received a distressing call from Richard's wife asking for help, reporting that she had been physically assaulted by Richard after the two returned from a swinger party that she didn't like.
Aggravated domestic? Yeah, with strangulation. We don't know if he's armed.
Sheriff's office. Sheriff's office. Anybody in?
Upon reaching the scene, the officers initiated a search for Richard and his wife, but they were nowhere to be found. Needless to say, cops undertake a lot of risks on a day-to-day basis. But in a case like this, all bets are off, as the suspect isn't just familiar with law enforcement tactics, he practically lives them and breathes them as an FBI agent.
And counterterrorism. Hey, behind anyone. Getting the kids out of the house right now. So we don't know if he's armed. He's been drinking. Is he intoxicated? Trask, T-R-A-S-K, and first name Richard.
As the search for Richard continued, one of the officers eventually located Richard's wife. When questioned about the ins and outs of the incident, she disclosed something truly shocking.
Not turning your volume off in this case. Keep it on the whole thing.
You said at one point took your head and hit it against the nightstand?
Yeah.
How many times think you did that?
Multiple times, said Trask's wife.
He's hitting your head. You said he strangled you, choked you out. She's got a pretty good laceration on the side of her head. She's got strangulation marks around her neck.
Richard's wife told the deputies that an argument broke out between the two after the couple returned from a couple's swinger party at the Delta Hotel in Oshtemo, Michigan, that she hadn't wanted to attend in the first place.
Where was this argument? Was this in your bedroom?
According to her,
you live in a mansion. How is it possible for you to be quote-unquote socialist? What have you ever done for labor rights? I'm asking all of this just to get your attention and tell you that I love you and you saved me from conservatism. Also, should I vote third party in my red state of Missouri? Brother, you can vote for whatever you want in the state of Missouri.
she was not really in the swinger lifestyle, which in turn left her husband in a consistently irritated state. Richard was drunk and began to argue about it on their way home, which later turned
Richard is on Twitter talking about how fucking libtards are cucks.
Turned into a much heated spat once they were in their bedroom. But all of a sudden, the whole scene took a dark turn when Richard lost his cool and allegedly climbed on top of her in bed and repeatedly bashed her head into a nightstand. See the bloodstains? To break free, she attempted to grab his beard multiple times in self-defense, which only made Richard angrier, and he grabbed her throat with both hands and started to choke her. Had she not taken the desperate move to grab
"Don't touch my pussy tickler, woman,"
his testicles as hard as possible, who knew, in all probability, she could have died from Richard's assaults. After the whole incident, Richard took off in his car, but he kept on actively texting her, stating messages in a hateful manner.
At the tone, please record your message.
Hey, Richard. It's Deputy Kid, Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Department. Just trying to talk to you. Looks like we had an incident at your house tonight. I'm trying to get your side of the story.
2 hours later, the cops tracked down Richard in a shopping center parking lot, and once confirmed, they wasted no time in confronting him.
Richard, step up. What? Step up. All right. Turn. Stand your hands back. What is going on? What is going on? Any weapons on you? No. Okay, where are your guns at? At the house. At the house? You have none with you, though? No. You want to take them? Let's get a statement. All right, Richard. I'm going to read you your Miranda warnings.
Richard was arrested and charged with an assault with an intent to do great bodily harm. Take a look at how the special FBI agent flipped the script during his virtual sentence hearing and made claims that it wasn't him, but the alcohol made him do it.
I cannot take back what happened that night, but I can find solace in knowing that I was not myself. My wife has forgiven me for what happened because she knows, in her words, that night was not you. I cannot recall any details of that night, but I do take responsibility.
Well, alcohol or not, what Richard did was outright criminal and should be behind bars for his actions.
Why does it say when stupid cops arrest FBI agents? I feel like cops were not stupid in this situation, unless they like let him go, but they didn't. He's like, this is completely AI made, right? I like that this guy went from when stupid cops arrest FBI agents part 1 to in the second situation, it's like, no, they weren't actually doing the wrong thing at all. They were doing the right thing by arresting this FBI agent. AI voice said he blamed the alcohol, but then he looked like responsible in the clip they showed. He just rejected that.